Yeah, because sometimes they do have good opinions too,
Yes,
you know, and if it's
indeed.
something about themselves, I
Yeah.
think you should hear them out.
Right.
Like you said, listen
Listening,
to what they have to
listening.
say. So, but if
Absolutely.
they're rude, that's a different,
That's
that's
a
a
different
different
story
story.
altogether.
Wash their mouth with soap. No, just kidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we have children who respect us.
Also,
And,
yeah.
you know,
I remember the last time we were talking about this, you talked about texting,
right.
about how kids are communicating these days. Do you want to kind of talk about that to parents,
Yeah.
about texting and how
Texting.
they communicate?
Yeah, texting, I think everybody does.
Mhm.
Everybody texts these
Yeah,
days. So I
okay.
think it's a good way to check in with your child,
Okay.
you know, throughout the day. And as long as you're not using the text to take attention away from what you could be doing to grow your own life.
Yeah,
So we have to be conscious about how we use our phones.
right.
It has to add value to our lives and our relationships. So, but I think texting is a good way of keeping in touch and connecting with the kids. Don't you think? Especially in this era.
Especially in this era, you have to
Yeah.
have group text. If
Yeah.
all your kids have phone,
Yes,
have family group
yes,
text.
yes.
It's actually,
And my
it's
kids
actually
actually
fun.
encouraged me to get an iPhone.
Yes.
Which I'm still learning how to use it
I heard that.
because they want us to be able to FaceTime each other.
Yes,
And
it's really, really
yes,
important.
yes. So
My,
they took
my,
my
my,
Samsung
my, son,
away.
my son buys a cat. Mom, see, can I buy this? He said, no. So you know, that's how close I am with them.
Oh.
Like, oh, can I?
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, you
nice.
can buy that. And they're like, okay, yeah. So I think it's a great idea what they
Uh-huh.
did. Yeah, it's a great idea. So everything we're talking about relates to all the children. So we're not gonna delve into about how to choose college, but how do you, because now you have a 16-year-old, right? So how do you actually help your children,
You should
the
be
older
telling me
ones,
about that.
to choose their careers?
The criteria that I've told my kids about
Yeah.
choosing a career is I've told them about lifestyle costs. What
Yes.
life costs. And then you can decide.
That's a good one. You want that?
There are a lot of people
Yeah.
who work 40, 50 years of their lives.
Yes.
They get to 65
Mhm.
and they have no money
Yeah.
at all to retire. And they end up in group homes and so on.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
I tell my kids,
Yeah.
you know, it's important to pick a career that will support your lifestyle,
Yes.
but that will also serve,
Yes.
help people in the community, or find a good balance between. That's the criteria that I use. What is the criteria you use?
Oh gosh. Well, the first criteria I use is like, look at your lineage, look at your father's side, look at your mother's side. So
Okay.
my first one ended up being an engineer.
Okay.
Even when we told him, we said, don't do engineering, you're going to
Okay.
medical school. He's like, well, no, I have to continue with this legacy.
Right.
So, but after seeing him go through what he went through,
Okay.
seeing how medicine is such a difficult field, I decided at that time that it's okay to encourage your kids, but listen to what they have to, what they want to do. They just have to support them
Exactly.
and make sure that they're the best in whatever field they choose to be. That's the only thing that we do.
Okay.
Require them is that you do your best. You know, you don't just say I'm going to do this and then you relax.
So
you
what
have
is
to
it that
continue to work.
informs that perspective on, let me pick medicine over engineering? What is it that?
It's a lot of exposure. In my own case, it's a lot of exposure. I was very invested in my children. I knew about every school, public, private, everything, and we exposed them to reading at a very tender age, and they played piano, they did all kinds of stuff, right? And so that's how they started. I remember my and a lot of people, their kids have done this. He read Ben Carson
Okay.
at a very tender age.
Good. That's
he's-
a
and he-
powerful
yeah.
story. People don't want to hear that story but
Anymore,
he has a story.
but he has a story.
He has
so
a
he
good
read,
story.
yeah, and he came back and he says, "Mom, I'm going to be a neurosurgeon." You know, because Ben Carson was is a neurosurgeon. So that's how that sparked. My daughter also wanted to be a pediatrician at one time, wanted to be an ice skater, you know, so each child is different. But Chinedu was zoomed in on that, you know. And then we believe, we're Christians, so we believe in confessions.
Okay.
So we'll tell them, we call him Doc. We call him Doc.
Okay.
You know, like my last one says, when he was young, he raised street lawyer. So we started calling him an attorney.
Okay.
You know, we call him, and it's one of those things that the Bible says is confession. So we kept confessing
Okay.
on them.
See?
And I kept encouraging them, and and it works,
It did work.
It works, it works. I didn't read all but I read a whole lot of book on child rearing. Some of them right, some of them wrong, but whatever it is.
Yes.
I think it
one of my main thing as a parent is, and I don't want to see my kids struggle in life.
Yes.
I don't want to see them go paycheck to paycheck.
Oh, it hurts.
I don't want to see them lose their home when they lose
hurts.
their jobs. I want them to be able to be financially self-sufficient.
Yes.
For me, that's a big thing. And also doing what you love.
Yes,
I mean, you can find a passion that pays.
That pays.
So a passion that pays. Do something that you love.
Or do something that you don't love, but and then love it. You
can end up loving it.
And then when you make it, then you can still do that thing that you love.
Exactly.
Do it on the side. I am with you because
pursue a career that you love, you enjoy, but that also will support you.
Will support you. But one of the things, this is an aside story. One of the things that we started doing is like we realized that some of these young people who are working, they don't even know how to save for their retirement.
Right.
So that's why we started this wealth series.
Right. Oh,
we started wealth series on Wednesday to kind of educate them. It's kind of financial literacy 101. A lot of kids don't know how to balance budget. They don't know how to save. So I think that the earlier we start,
adults,
me, all of us, so we all are guilty of that, right? Yeah. Right. So that's that, and then you have to help them choose the right college. Since this table has turned on me, one of the things, like, because we're Africans, my kids in particular, it depends on what school your kids go to, who they relate to. You have to pay attention to the school as well.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes. Especially if you have boys. Because believe it or not, there's discrimination. Okay. Sometimes the coach will decide whether your child will play the sport or not. They will also decide on whether this child is going to do AP or not, knowing fully well that this kid is capable of doing AP, okay, and it's capable of getting a high score.
And this is in college?
This is in high school.
In high school.
This is in high school. When they get to college, it's a little bit different. You can still pay attention, but they're 18, they can fend for themselves. But when they're in junior high school, you have to be vigilant. I remember, there's a teacher, college counselor will say to my son, no, you don't have to apply to Ivy League, and I'm like, yeah, you do need to apply to Ivy League. Okay, I'm sorry.
You do.
I'm sorry, you do need to apply to Ivy League, Like, oh, it's your first degree, you can. I said, no. It doesn't work.
Ivy League.
Yeah, I said it doesn't work in this family. Yes, you can get there, do it.
Exactly.
So that's one of the things you have to do, is make sure that you're paying attention. When your child comes back, for example, you have a high achieving child and they come back with a C or a D, question them.
Exactly.
Investigate what happened.
Yes.
Because there's a reason why that happened.
Exactly.
And sometimes kids can be bored. When they get bored, it's time for them to move to a challenging class.
Exactly.
Especially if they go to, like, my kids went to private school. So tell us about your speaking engagements.
Yes, I do speak a lot. I think I have probably 10 speaking engagements in March.
Oh my gosh! I really want to come to one of them.
I love speaking.
Yeah.
I love the hope and the empowerment and the inspiration that it gives to the audience.
Yes.
And just basically speaking about what we've talked about.
Yes.
Because I think many parents know these things.
Yes.
We have to be alerted to them every single day.
Yes.
So
yes.
That's what I share.
Yes.
Things that I've learned from the classroom, my classroom experience. And taking that experience and sharing it with parents.
Yeah.
So fortunately, it's been parents are receiving it really well.
Yes. You know what? That's what I think. And I think, like, my kids are grown, but when I have grandkids, I think I'll still go through the same thing to learn, because you can never go wrong learning. Even if you know it, it just takes another person to kind of remind you and put you back on track, to doing that for your child.
Absolutely.
And then they can ask you questions, right? Wow. So how about your books? You've written how many books now?
I've written 6 books.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
And I wrote 4 books this year.
Oh wow!
Because when my husband passed, I got a clear word from God. I said, God, what do I do with my time?
Yeah.
I just have the kids, and what am I going to do with all this time that I have? Because when he was here, we would sit and talk. And but so I have this time now, and God said, right.
Wow.
Yes. So
Okay. We have to take this off camera because I have books to write, but you have to encourage me how to do that.
I will. That's another thing I love to do when we come to the passion part and pursuing what it is that you love. I would.
Okay. We have to take this off the screen. Okay. That's this has been enlightening. Is there any parting words that you have? You say you do special ed.
Yes.
Wow.
I do special ed.
You must be a special person. Because gosh,
the kids are beautiful.
Oh,
they're amazing kids. Every child is beautiful.
I know.
And especially when you see that they don't have parents or people to support them, then you really want to intervene to give them, make them feel good about themselves, empower them. Yes. So parting words, I would say, connection, bonding. You talked about it, prioritizing. Like what's important to you as a parent, and just enjoying life every day and living consciously.
That's a good one. Enjoying life every day and living consciously. Somebody says intentionally too, I think. So we're going to come back to ask you your one word. Thank you so much. This has been amazing. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Nicoline on her Facebook or on her website.
Yes, NicolineAmbe.com, or I'm on Facebook at Nicoline Ambe.
She's also on Instagram. I just found her on Instagram.
I know.
And ask any questions you have. I'm not certified to do anything, but I have actual experience. So if you have any parenting questions, about high school, about how to choose college, that's my pet peeve, let me know. And I will guide you on the PSAT, the SAT, the ACT, the CTY, all of those. So, okay. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back.